slip leads that I supply. So I don't know how this is going to go. It's all ad lib and as you will and etc, etc. First off, this is what you term as what's called a latigo leather. It's basically impregnated with oil. Its basic function is that it's suitable to work outdoors. So it can get wet, wipe it with a dry cloth, let it dry out naturally in a shed or outhouse. Don't rapid dry it because it'll go rigid and snap or etc like any leather. Then just oil it now and again with a bit of neat foot, coconut oil, and push comes to shove, cooking oil. But I've got various, waterproofing gadgets here that, I treat these before I send them out. There's all sorts. You can get them online, eBay, all that sort of stuff. This one I've got here, this is a special. This is it's heavy duty. It's a bit worn out now, but that come from Germany and that cost me actually an arm. No, America or somewhere. Don't do it here. Cost me an arm and a leg. But I've got a friend over in America. Well, I've got a few friends over there, and they sent it over to me. They purchased it and then sent it over as a gift. I still pay them for it, but it doesn't cost half as much as if I bought it direct, because you haven't got all the import duty and the cost of it, etc. So they do put a bit on, well, quite a bit. Anyway, I'm rubbing it on, like I do. Now these I've got two here. This is, well, it's not two, it's one, but this is 5/8 wide. This one, and this is for a customer that's requested. Bear with me. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh yes. Let's just say Catherine has ordered this one, a narrower one, and I shall be putting. I shall be putting this little baby on there. Now this is the spring clips I use. This is the 5/8, and let me get these. Might as well get the other one while I'm at it. Got the wrong one. Where are we? Oh, here we are. Oh, still in front of my eyes. And this is the other one. As you can see, quite a bit wider. Well, 3/4 of an inch. You wouldn't think so, but it is. Sprung clippers again. And what goes on there, just to enlighten you in case you don't know, is you clip this onto this swivel that goes on the end of the collar, and you've got an ordinary round ring on the other end of the collar. So there you go. Without further ado, this, I don't know if it's going to be a full video. I might cut bits like and then fade it into another section. You don't want to sit there watching paint dry, do you? Right, now I choose these are only coming 4 foot lengths. This hide. Bear with me, I'll show you. Not very wide, not now, but this is the leather, and I'm now down. That's how much I'm down to. I've gone through a hide. Well, gone through two. Because as I say, it's been going absolutely mad. I've got to get some more of that, and it only comes in about 4 foot length hide. Very short. I was quite surprised, and I can't get it in any longer. So now I've gone for the natural one without any pattern on it, because the clicker pattern is only 4 foot long, so that's why they only do these hides at that length. But I picked the plain ones, and they're still 4 foot, so it makes no difference whether you've got a pattern on it or not. Right, without further ado, what I'm going to do now is do a few measurements so that you know. This is the underside, by the way, and the first one I'm going to do is going to be 6 inches there, like so. And on this one, this is going to be the handle end, and I should explain the reason why. On the other end, which is this end, I don't know if you will be able to see, but on one end of the hide you always get it more soft and supple than the other, and that's because one end's down near the butt and the other end's up round the neck. Well, it's quite tough up round there, and so this is the end I'm going to use for the joining on process. So at the moment I've got one for the clip, and this end is going to be the handle. So without further ado, put them over there out of the way. I'm not going to let my tea go cold this time because I've drank it. Right, now I'm just giving a few measurements. That's 6 inches, that one. Now this one I do 2 inches, then bear with me, then I measure from the end 14 inches. Right, now what I do from there is I should always shut this blade, because these blades here, they're a roller blade. Push it like that, you can't cut yourself, but just tap yourself like that, anything, and that will cut. It is so sharp, it's unreal. So I make a habit of always closing that, always have done. Didn't have them in my day, but there you go. We had the old what we call the half moon blade. I've got that in here somewhere, I don't know where it is, it's buried now. Right, so I'm just going to split this as I do. So I'm going to split this down. The idea is it doesn't become bulky like that. Alright, so by splitting it down, it'll be better. So bear with me, that splitter's, my leather splitter's just here, so it won't take a minute. That's that one. While I'm at it, that's going to be coming up there. I'll do 3 inches on this end. I've got to remember to keep working in camera shot, haven't I? I'll put the camera up in front of me here in the hope that you get a better shot at it or something. 3 inches there, because that's the overlap I'm going to do for joining on. Because it's a pity they ain't longer, but you know, I've got a full back hide there. But it's not suitable for outdoor use. It's a full hide. They ain't cheap, but you can get a lot more work out of them. I'm looking for my tool. There we go. For indoor stuff. Right, now this I'm in shot. Just this is just to feather it down. Like so. Get me wheel. That's it, put that over there. Get the other end, which is the clip end. Feather that off. You got that end as well. That's that one done. Now this one, being the handle, what I'm going to do, I've got a bin down here, plastic bin, and I'll put all the rubbish I push to this edge, then just push it over the edge straight into the bin, and it is. So some workshops you see there's more leather on the floor than there always on the bench. Now this I'm going to use an edger. This is the edger. Alright, it's a beveled edger, this one. It's concaved. Now I've marked it out. Yeah, I've marked it out, haven't I? Yeah, oh, I forgot to deduct the 2 inches. Yeah, right, okay. Just putting a 2 inch in there. That's a 2 inch mark, so I know where we're going. Come this way. So we've got 2 inches on the end there, and that's going to go into there like that. This is the handle. But the first thing I've got to do is feather that end off. Like so. That's it. Then take that off, thinning that off. See that go down there. Put it on there. Right, that's that. Now, what I'm going to do is bevel this on the underside to that line, turn it over and bevel it on the top side, and this is the only bit I do on the bevelling because it's the handle, and if you do happen to grab the handle to what we call yank and crank your dog bag, then it's not going to be sharp. So that's it done. Push that over there and wash straight in the hole. Put that back. Now I've beveled it both sides now, top side and the underside. Turn it that way. Put that over there. That over there. Then I get a bit of me glue, contact glue. That's my little clip I'm going to use. This is just a piece of leather so I don't get it all on the bench. I've just remembered I haven't feathered the other end yet, have I? So I'll do that. That's done. What we've done on this end. Right, okay. So because that's going to go downwards, just going to square this end off like that. Just like that, as Tommy Cooper would say. Just like that. Silly. Alright, there we go. Stop being silly, Ray. Now, we take this down to 3 inches because we're joining on here. Now, I'm taking off the top. I'll mark it here. Not taking off the top, taking off the underside. Right, I'm going to be taking off the underside 3 inches. That's the top side, and that's the underside. I'm going to be taking that off because then that, where are we? Oh, we'll be going on the other end of this. We'll assume that this is the other end of that, and it will be joining onto there like that. That way round though. Right, so let's just feather this off. Make sure I'm the right way round. That's going to go on there, yeah. It's very easy to take the wrong side off if you're not careful. So, now what we do is we'll just feather that as well. That's done. This has to be very sharp as well. And I quite often sharpen that up. You've got to keep your tools sharp, otherwise all you're doing, it becomes hard work because you know, it's not doing the job as well as you should do, and a lot of it is laziness. And you'd be surprised how many people, like I've got a little bit of heater in here, keeps all the tools not warm but keeps the chill off, and it's mainly for my machine there. You only got to get damp air at night on that, and in the morning you've got rust on all the metal bits, so it is important. Right, glue. Rub it in on again, Ray. Yes, as you do. Now, I don't know if we've got I have zoomed this in a little bit so you can see this work better, but I have to keep it towards the front of the bench here so you can see what's going on. That's it, yeah. Right, so now what I'm going to do is pull this up here so you can see. Very technical, this bit. I'll show you how to put glue on. Laugh, I nearly bought my own beer then. Right, icky sticky glue. First thing I'm going to do is put a little bit, take that out, put it right in front of the camera. That was silly, wasn't it? Right, I'm going to stick a little bit on here. And then I'm going to stick a little bit on here, just like that. And you don't have to put a great deal on, but it is a contact glue. But sometimes there's bits of leather, and it's very absorbent. You know, you might have to put another coat on or something because of that. But there we go. Anyway, let's see how we go with this lot. See, that's just soak that in just like that. Not like that, but like that. So now, excuse me, I've got to put another bit on. That's it. It doesn't take long to dry. Put that away. Up there, out the way. I'll leave the glue brush out because I'm going to be using that in a second. Now, a bit of noise, the old air gun going, sorry about this. Now, I've only done that with air gun. It's better than watching it dry, isn't it? So I'll rapid dry it. Doesn't do any harm. Now I get the hook and I put the clip, this clip, I'll put on here, pull through, get through, and the feather bit I'll put on there, like so. And what I do is I stretch this like that. I stretch it so that it's not going to stretch when it's when you're using it. And then I get my little anvil, and I sew like that. You've got that in. Shot there, where is it? I'll have to bring that forward a bit. That's it, and I just give that a little whacking. That gives that a nice cut, and that's feathered in there, see? Feathered in nice now. Right, now, next step, he says, is we get the handle over here. Fold it onto that bit there, and I'll do the same with that. I stretch the handle before sticking it down. That's it. Again, so that it doesn't stretch when you start to pull on it or something. Now the handle, you might think, oh, it's a little bit small for my hand. Well, it's not for holding. I'll put it on there like that. It's not for that. It's for just getting hold of it. That's what it's for. It's for getting hold of it. If you want to yank your dog back. So that's the reason. I don't know if I hit that with a hammer. I don't know. Let's do it now. Right, there we go. That's that done. Now all I have to do is turn it over the other way. This is the underside, and this is the top side. Feather both ends off, yes. So now what we're going to do, get a bit of spare leather, put that on there, and we're going to glue that bit. I've got to watch the time because I'm taking my wife to the hairdressers this morning, so if I don't watch the time, she'll, like they do, you've got to keep her indoors happy, mate. Do you know what some people's wives are talking of that? Their tongues are sharper than that, aren't they? So, and when they want to be sharp, they can be sharp. Stop moaning, Ray, that's not, you love her to bits and you know you do. Right, some people say, oh, you know, they just like my little bits of banter and everything else when I'm doing something, but, well, you don't want to just sit there. And you'd be surprised, I'm watching some videos, sitting there watching them, and the man's not said boo to a goose, or they put music to it because they don't want to talk. You know, and they don't even talk you through what they're doing. You know, it's all guesswork. Well, not with me. Now you know what I've done there. You know, I've just here you go. This is the handle end. This is the other end that clips to the dog. Now I'm just going to put that, I do a slight little overlap on that because it's a feathered edge. I turn it over and make sure that I've got that on the end of that one, push it, and then what I do is I turn it over and I pull it like that so that you get it nice and level along the edge. And making these, I've found that, you know, you get to know how to do it, and even when you stitch them, it's now, see, there's a join there. Oh, let's move this out of the way. There's a join there from there to there. So there you go. I don't know if you can see that all right. And when I stitch, for some reason it bends like that a little bit, so I have to bend it back. But I think that's because it goes round the foot on the machine. So we've all seen the machining job done. Let's put that away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch you off and bring you back later because it's going to be boring on the machines over there. Welcome back. And all you're going to be listening to is the machine going. Now I'm just going to burn off the stitch these three joints. Loose ends of the thread. I use a soldering iron. Brilliant job for that. Also, on my other video, I mentioned something about the, let me try and think what it was now. Or I didn't mention one or the other. Let's just hammer this down. Oh yes, I know. I know what I was going to say. Yeah, there's a gentleman, I can't think of his name now, and it's a very rare occasion this, I must admit. Well, it's the only one. Phoned me up the other day and informed me that, yeah, bear with me. That this swivel on his collar, dog collar, had actually come apart, and I was more than surprised. that it's done that, because I'll show you some that she said. I'll show you one, well, some that my supplier sent me. I'm just burning off these tags, and I was quite surprised. I went, they're no good to me. I said, I can't put them on my customers' orders like that. I said, it's not, oh, this is a fiddly thing. You know, it's not viable. I said, and be perfectly honest, it looks cheap and nasty. I said, so don't send me any more of those. Oh, no problem. They're ever so good, though, my supplies. So ever so sorry about that, Mr. Townsend. We'll bung some more in the post free of charge to replace them. And you know, I don't have to get stroppy or anything with them just to get, you know, to get what I want. So, oh, you are noisy, Ray. You know, so I always get satisfaction from them. They're reliable, and if I turn and say, look, I really need it for tomorrow, it's down here. You know, all right, I might pay a little on the postage, but it is down here, and it doesn't stop me working, because it did for a while when I run out, and I thought, oh my God, and it was Thursday, and I thought, I need these for the weekend, otherwise I'm not going to be able to make these collars and leads. So I just said to her, I said, can you get it down here before the weekend? I said, because otherwise I'm going to be at a standstill and I've got rates of work. Yes, Miss Townsend, no problem at all, like, you know, and it was. Friday morning it was there. I thought, cool, you couldn't ask for a better service than that. So, yeah, it speaks volumes. Right, now I'll show you, this is the little thin lead. She, Catherine, I think it's for. She's got a very small little cocker, and it'd be surprising. It is thinner, but not a lot. But it's surprising how much lighter it makes it, to be honest. So here it is. There's a nice 8 foot. Let me measure that up. There's 6. 7, yes, 8 foot long that is. That's plenty long enough. Bearing in mind I'm actually sorry, have me back to you. I'm taking 6 inches off for the overlap. Well, 3 inches overlap actually. Then you've got 6 inches on the other end for the clip. So, and then you've got 14 inches for the handle. So you're still left with you know, 8 foot, which ain't bad. Right, now getting back to this clip here, this swivel, I'll show you what they originally sent. First off, I thought, well no, I will keep them, but I ain't going to use them. Oh dear, bear with me. So basically that's that lead finished, and I've got another 4 to do now. I've already got the collars done, so that's not too bad. I just got stuck in and kept making them. So now I've got 4 leads to make. I've just got to join them together, and Bob's your uncle. Right, now that's what I use, is them there. This is what they mixed up in some of them. Same thing, but can you see the difference? They're using a nut and bolt. Alright, it's locked off, and then it's plated. And when I don't know how they do this, but they smooth all these off, these edges of this bolt, and it comes out like that, which I think is, you know, nothing wrong with it. So now I know I'd sooner have this than that. So anyway, there's 10 of them I had. So they done no more. They was in the post the next day. Can't grumble. As I said, brilliant service. You know, you don't have to go into one just to, you know, put your point over. They're very understanding and very apologetic. So, without further ado, I'm going to go and upload this short video in the hope that, you know, I'll get it on there before I have to take the wife to her hairdressers. So, there you have it. Yeah, the chap is sending that to me. Oh, and by the way, there was a gentleman. I think I might as well do it while I'm here. That's her lead, yeah. That's the, I had about 12 of these. Two, I've got I made the collar for that Labrador. He said he's had, very unusual, he had a collar snap on him. The leather inside. This is the leather I use. I'll show you what I use. I don't hide nothing up, don't. Oops, get up there. This is the leather I use. Let's get a shorter bit, don't need all that. There it is. That's your round belting leather. They used on the old Singer sewing machines years ago. And they've done them in various widths. 8mm, 6mm, and I think it was 4mm. Well, I've got the thickest one that they do, which by the way I think was the one they used to use on the machines, because it used to get a real yank on when you first start it, mainly treadle machines. Now they've got them on electric ones. They use a rubber belt, a V belt now on them. Right, so anyway, it snapped. Got a bit of a bit of a stuffer on them. Right, so he said, I don't know, but it snapped like, and he sent pictures with the email. And as always, I said, well, no problem at all, mate. I'll give him my address. I said, bang it in the post, get it to me. I says, and that's it. I'll replace it, no problem at all. Now, I had a couple of spare collars, so well, this is the collar, in case you're wondering. This is for the Labrador, and I thought, right, I've done no more. Put it in an envelope, bunged it in the post, sent Robin round. And he's going to get that tomorrow morning. Well, this morning actually, because I sent it next day, and I haven't even got his yet. Well, I won't get his till Monday, I don't think. But there you go. You know, he uses it for training. Apparently, he's a trainer, dog trainer. Not going to mention his name because I need his permission to do that. But so he got a customer there that wanted one. He said he was going to lend his over the weekend, but he won't have to now, because when she turns up tomorrow morning, I think it is, he'll be able to supply with the lead. There you go. Now, without further ado, I'm not going to rabbit on anymore. I'm just going to wait a second, because I'm making sure that I've covered everything that I need to do. The other thing, I will, if anyone does place an order with me, and I'll say it on here while it's on the video. My phone number is a mobile. Please do not text me, because I've got to sort this phone out, and it's a new one, and I'm not getting messages. Something's gone wrong, and I might end up throwing it back at them. But the phone number will be the same, because I keep the chip, is 077 13 09 09 29, and my email is raytownson I can always put that on here when I've uploaded it. All small case, and I'll spell that out so you got it right. RAYTOWNSON 1948 at hotmail.co.uk. So there you are, you have it all now. And for those of you who can't remember it or lost it or whatever, you can always give Chris Upton a ring or ring my mobile. There's always a way of getting in touch. So as I say, I supply him on a regular basis. He does a live feed, questions and answers on a Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Very informative. And people that's got a few problems, he answers it, but to be honest, he's not got much time for pet owners. It is purely a gun dog working live feed, really, for those that's having problems with their gun dog. Without further ado, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll catch you on another video maybe. So from me, Ray Townsend, cheerio.